you said right before the game you felt pretty good.
Yeah.
You got off to a really good start. What happened offensively?
Well, first off, I want to point out that I've never been, I said it at media days, but I've never felt more prepared in any bowl game as a coach or as a player. And that, honestly, that credit goes to Coach Harsin. I mean, he laid out a foundation and a plan for us to attack this bowl game, and I felt great about where we're at. And it was to the point, honestly, where we just couldn't wait to play the game. I mean, everybody's just jumping through their shoes. That was my only nerve. My only nervous part was that our players would be jumping through their shoes and be a little antsy early. But I'll tell you what, it was far from it. Grant Hedrick, can't say enough about him and just what he did and the way he conducted himself throughout the course of the year. And I really do believe he's an NFL quarterback. I think people don't really credit him like that, but even Todd McShay was out at practice the other day and said he's one of the most accurate, most efficient quarterbacks he's seen across the country this year. And so he's going to make a name for himself, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that this wasn't his last game, and it ain't close to being his last game in my opinion.
We talked about the other day his legacy to end the way he has with a Mountain West championship, with a Fiesta Bowl championship, with a performance like this. What does that say about how good a player that kid is?
I think his legacy, we always talk about the 5 characteristics of the quarterback. Just think about his legacy of preparation. I mean, to come out and pretty much put together the best start in the history of any bowl game at the quarterback position. I mean, I'll tell you what, I couldn't be more proud of the way that he prepared for this game, and that's what it takes to the next level. So I think his legacy is yet to be finished in terms of what he does as a player, but I think his Boise State legacy was cemented, and there's no question he's going to have his fat head up on the quarterback wall, and if anybody fights me on it, we're going to go to blows.
Was that the same statute play you ran against Wyoming?
Totally different.
Totally different?
Yeah, and quite honestly, this statute play, which I was praying and hoping it would work because it's got the greatest name of all time, we called it America. So because we knew that statue and liberty were both indicators because we say it at the line of scrimmage. So I spelled it, apostrophe M-U-R-I-C-A, and our signal was it was saluting with your hand across your chest. So it's about as American as you can get on a ball play, and it was really fun.
So what did you do different than the Wyoming play?
So we had both Jeremy and Jay in the backfield, and we put all 3 eligible receivers on the line of scrimmage to the field. And so we motioned Jeremy out there, which we'd run against Nevada earlier in the year and thrown a swing to him.
Okay.
So we basically built it off of that. And even Grant, it was pretty neat. Grant we made the coaching point. He was going to say, hey, I'm throwing it. And then Jay actually ducked, which he'd never done before. He ducked to get out of the way of the throw and then come back over the top.
Oh, wow.
So we kind of dreamt that up in our sleep, and I can't believe it worked, to be honest.
Well, what went into the thinking to run another statue play at this venue?
Well, I think we got it on that end zone, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
the opposite end zone. We wanted to make sure we got on in this end zone as well. So we have the Fiesta Bowl sweep. I could be wrong on that, but I think if I'm not mistaken, it was that end zone.
Obviously it was more of a struggle in the second half. They make some changes in the second half?
No, honestly, we wanted to keep attacking. And honestly, if we just make 3 plays, and there were some down the field opportunities, if we make that 3 plays in that game, and as a coach, I'm obviously kicking myself a little bit, but if we make 3 plays, that's a 28-point game. I really believe that because we had a chance to really blow that thing open. But it really comes back to the fact that we're still building this thing, and a lot of those guys are freshmen, sophomore, first-time players that are in this stage, and we started on fire, but we got to learn to finish.
Thomas Spurbeck tonight, what can you say about what he did?
That guy's, I think he's already starting to write his legacy in the Boise State receiver legacy, so gotta go. Yeah, sorry.